Gemma from Play to Learn Preschool, and this afternoon we are going to get real with you about our relationship as co-teachers.
And friends.
We were actually friends before we were co-teachers. So we're going to give you a little bit of the backstory about that and
ways you can help work with somebody, make life easier.
Make life easier.
Whoever you're teaching with.
We basically have these things that we've kind of agreed to, at first maybe not explicitly, but over time, things that we've agreed to do together to make working in the same classroom with the same kids all day, every day, or at least until noon.
It feels like all day. It is all day.
Easy and fun. So, look, I've made signs. These are 5 keys to successful co-teaching. So we're going to kind of go through and just tell you what we think the 5 keys are and a little bit of backstory.
And maybe other people will give us some ideas as well to make things even easier for us.
That's a good point. If you have a co-teacher and you have some strategies that work for working together, leave them in the comments, and maybe we'll even make a list. A blog post.
And lose the list. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so the color is like doing some kind of weird thing with the light. Do you see that?
No.
Okay, it keeps going yellow. Do we look yellow?
I think it's like a yellow wall.
Oh no, hold on one second. Is that better? Looks like a weird yellow, see?
Okay, it's okay.
It's okay. All right, don't mind the yellow. Okay, so here are our 5 keys. Number 1, friendship. So,
yes, we were friends before we started teaching together. We were both on maternity leave with our eldest child, and I didn't know anybody in my neighborhood, and neither did Jamie, because you don't see anyone outside normally when you go
Right.
every day to work. And I saw Jamie outside with her eldest
Baby.
It was a baby at the time, and I had my baby, and I said, my name's Gemma. I don't know anyone around here.
Me either.
Do you want to go for a cup of coffee with me?
So of course
Jamie
said, of course, yes, I'll go for a cup of coffee with you.
Yeah. And then I find out.
I don't drink coffee. I didn't. I do now, but I didn't drink coffee back then.
Jamie doesn't drink any coffee.
I do now.
She came anyway, even though she didn't drink any coffee. We had hot chocolate, I seem to remember.
I think we did.
Yeah.
But then the second time we decided to get together, we were walking toward the coffee shop, and there was an ice cream store next door.
Yes. And we
kind of looked at each other.
Would you rather go for ice cream instead
Yes!
of coffee?
And that's how I knew we would be
Yeah.
friends. Because then, from then on, we would rather go for ice cream than coffee.
Yes.
Gemma's a coffee drinker, though. You've talked me into it over the
only
last
since
years.
I've lived here.
Okay.
But
So one of those days, after we'd had our coffee ice cream dates, we were going for a little walk around our neighborhood with our babies in the strollers, and I was working at the time, and I actually at that time had 2 kids. Yeah, because Evan had already been
Yes,
down.
yes.
So I had 2 kids, and I was exhausted from my job because it was just really hard to teach full day and be a mom, and I felt like I wasn't giving 100% either way. And so we were just talking, and I said, I think I'm going to start a preschool. And Gemma immediately said,
I'll teach with you.
I'll quit my job and teach with you.
And I did.
And she did. And so that's how we got started. So it's based on friendship. If you're not friends with your co-teacher, we were just thinking that it's really important to foster that relationship. So if it means going out for coffee or ice cream or leaving little notes for each other,
Just finding something that you might have in common that you can connect with them, because it makes all the difference.
It really does. So have a little friendship to fall back on or work on fostering that friendship is our first key. All right, here's our second one. You like my signs? 50-50. So here's the truth. It's not 50-50. Because some days I'm right on
And I'm not.
and Gemma's not. And some days I come down, like yesterday I wasn't feeling great and I just didn't have all the energy to put in toward it. And so it's more like 70-30 or some days 90-10.
Yeah. But I think the trick with that is that you need to make sure you're reading each other's cues. So if you're oblivious to how the other person is feeling or coping with the situation, and you turn around like, well, I'm dealing with these kids, I'm not going to do that, it's not going to work out. So you have to think, oh, Jamie's struggling with this, she's very tired, or I'm struggling with this, it's not working very well. You have to be able to read each other and think, I need to step into that situation so the other person can do something different. Maybe they just need to take a breath. And
We get frustrated with our kids sometimes. Guess what? True story. Everybody does, I think. Some days it's just some kids require a lot of energy. And so we try to take turns. You know, there's those couple of kids you have to kind of be with all the time or keep a close eye on. And it would be exhausting if one of us was doing that all the time.
All of the time.
So we try to take turns, just bounce back and forth, kind of tag team those tricky jobs like bathroom accidents. We try to tag team.
Yeah.
I did that last time.
I did that one. I'll do the next one. That's fine.
Or when there's spills.
Yeah.
You know, we just, without even saying it, take turns doing the dirty work. So that's our second tip. Okay, here's our third one. We have to communicate with each other. So we have a funny story. We actually sometimes drive each other crazy.
We do. Well, we're with each other a lot. Sometimes I see Jamie more than I see my husband.
That's true.
Which
I think you
just
like my
the way
work
it goes. Yeah, I think so too.
So we think the key is if something's bothering you about the other person, you have to say something. And especially if you have that friendship built up already, you can say like, hey, could you not do that anymore because
It's driving me crazy.
you can see she's had experience saying that.
But if you don't say anything, then little tiny things will blow into something that's really big. Which if you're upset with each other, then the kids will feed off of that, and it's evident in every part of the classroom.
So here's an example. So I don't know if you can tell this about me yet, but I have a lot going on as far as ideas and not as much going on as far as carry through. Like I'm always thinking of great things to do. So I'll pull out the supplies to make, well, right now I'm making these little letter coins.
Yeah.
And so I pulled out the paint, I pulled out the trays, I've pulled out the brushes, I've got everything spread out, and then I got distracted because I had something else to do. I had some other project to work on. So basically around the room I have
Half-finished projects.
like 10
everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Or things
sorry.
that are pulled out for a workshop, or
Right.
just something that she's had an idea about, which is fine.
It's really bad though.
And I come in and say,
What are you doing?
All these things out, and I just start putting them away,
Yeah.
and then Jamie goes,
Why are
"Where's
you putting my
such
stuff
and such?"
away?
You left it out again.
So we just try to talk about that. She'll just say, are you planning to work on this in the next day or so? Do you need it out, or did you just start a job and you're ready
to finish it?
Which happens all the time.
Yeah.
So we just try to talk to each other, mostly about projects and things that are around the classroom, because Gemma likes to put them all away in the closet and keep everything nice and neat, and I'm always just pulling stuff out and starting things. So I'm sorry about that. Thanks for putting my
Sorry,
stuff
too.
away. Thanks for cleaning up after me all the time. All right, here comes our best story. Are you ready? We have a choice. Every day, we come in here and we have basically two choices. We could either
We could either cry
cry, because
when
there's,
things are not going that well.
does that happen every day?
There are moments, I think,
A moment
in
every day, yeah.
each day you could think, this is really
This
hard.
is really
or
hard.
Just frustrated with, it can be anything. But every day.
Not every day, but I mean, like, there are definitely moments where you're like, this is a really hard job,
Yeah.
and I feel frustrated, I'm exhausted. It just takes a lot out of you. And so you could either cry about it or complain about it, I guess is another way to say. We always say
Yeah.
cry or
Or
laugh. We just
laugh.
burst into silly giggles every time something goes awry in our classroom, basically.
Even if you want to cry.
Mostly
You
when we
have-
want to cry.
You have to. Because otherwise you would cry.
We're going to tell you a very quick story about what we like to refer to 10 years later as
I don't even know.
what?
I don't know what it's called.
Well, I've been calling it V-Day.
Oh.
V-Day.
Okay.
Okay, so picture this scenario. Everybody's playing nicely. It's like October. It's October for
Yes,
sure.
okay.
So they're all settled in, and we hear over at the art easel somebody dump water. So we thought maybe somebody
Someone's
had...
playing in the sink, because the sink is,
Right next
the
to the art
bathroom is next to the art easel.
When we go over to investigate, indeed we find out nobody has dumped water. Somebody has gotten sick. And the person who got sick was standing on a stool, and he was taller than all the people around him. And he ended up throwing up
on top
of
of the girls.
all the girls standing next to him, and all around the bathroom door.
Yes.
Now we can laugh about this story 10 years later, but
We didn't laugh on the
we
day.
had to take care of the kid who was sick.
Yes.
I had to shampoo the kids' hair who were in the line of fire in the
And
sink.
she was very upset because she
She
had
had
a brand new
dress.
dress.
She had a dress.
She
I
had a
forgot
brand new
about that.
dress.
We had a student who had some anxiety about being away from his mom just in general, and he had, I want to say, like a little mini panic attack about the situation because we were both over there involved.
Right.
And then we had another student who wasn't especially verbal, and he had to go to the bathroom, but the area of the scene was right in the bathroom door.
Covered in throw up.
And so he couldn't get into the bathroom, and so he had an accident. So we had a sick kid, 2 kids with vomit in their hair,
Yeah.
a kid having a crying, like really,
Panic attack.
really anxious about it, crying, and another kid who'd had a bathroom accident. 5 kids out of 8, and it was just the 2 of us. We ended up sending, I think, 5 home.
5. Yeah. 5 home.
And really, that was like a day when we could have cried, and instead,
And it was someone's birthday.
oh, it was
too.
somebody's birthday, and so I forgot about that part.
We-
And so at
We
the
did
end,
snack outside that day.
we had
When
chocolate
everyone's
cupcakes.
come home. And the little boy
Forgot
said-
about that
the
part.
little boy said, "Can I eat my cupcakes now?"
We're like, oh, we're having cupcakes.
Oh, that's right. Let's celebrate with 4 kids
I
left.
forgot it
Who
was his
left.
birthday. So we went outside
And then
because you
cupcakes.
couldn't. That I mean, the place was like we had to like shut the place.
We just went outside for
the rest of the day
We
because
couldn't be
people were
in.
just going. We had to send a lot of kids home, and we had to clean, like do a deep clean. And so we ended up sitting outside and having chocolate cupcakes, and we laughed and laughed and laughed because what are the chances really that 5 things like that will go wrong at the
At
very
the
same
same,
time?
and it was not just the same day, spread over.
It was
3
like
hours.
in 2 minutes.
It was dominoes. They were down. It was
It was crazy.
Crazy.
We weren't sure. Well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We just laughed.
and we still laugh about that. We have
It was
other days
awesome.
like that. Not that.
I mean, it wasn't awesome. It's just like our response
It was
to
our
it.
biggest day of catastrophes all in one day, and it was not of any fault.
It was
of
nobody's
any
fault.
of them.
It was
It was just a knock.
It just happened, and we just decided, what are you gonna do? But laugh
had
and
to
smile
laugh.
about the whole thing. So
Okay, and if things don't go as planned and laughing still isn't enough to lift your spirits and be able
Final
to
tip.
hang around with each other on an everyday basis without wanting.
this is our only practical tip.
This is the one you need to go for. This is the biggest one.
Number 5, chocolate.
If
You
in
gotta
doubt,
stash.
eat chocolate. Not when the kids are here. You have
No,
to
the
wait till
kids are
they've
here.
gone
No.
home.
Or take turns in the closet.
Don't tell her on that, huh?
I have to go get something out of the closet.
And I say,
for
you
this-
better come back, and she's putting something in the trash afterwards.
It's a Hershey's Kiss. Because sometimes you just need a little bit of chocolate.
And sometimes,
Now, Gemma.
if I'm having a particularly bad day, I bring chocolate from home. Thanks, Mom, for bringing me all the chocolate every time.
Hey,
she brings
Sue,
me.
thanks for all the English chocolate.
Yes,
It's fantastic.
Sometimes we need that to get through our days, and it's good. And then Jamie says, "Do you always have that in your bag?"
She always no, I couldn't, no. We have different body types, but I couldn't carry chocolate in my purse because I'd weigh like 500 pounds. But Gemma always has a little stash.
Yeah.
So if we have a bad day,
Yeah,
she's
but-
like, hold on, I've got the
something.
perfect solution for this. And she got like little Maltesers or something in her wallet.
She does.
It's awesome.
Any of those people in England want to send us
Those
some
English people,
extra
you like us?
supplies?
Send us some chocolate.
Yeah,
We love
Maltesers, we
Maltesers.
like those.
British chocolate is so much better than
It is.
American chocolate.
And it makes the day even better. And that's how we get along with each other.
That's it.
You
It's
have
all
to
about
laugh,
the chocolate.
eat chocolate,
Be friends.
be friends.
Tell them when they're bothering you, or
Yeah,
when they're
that's
doing something
important.
that bothers you, I guess. And take turns doing the hard stuff because it can't always be 50-50. And it certainly can't. Oh, Wanda says she keeps a chocolate stash too. See? That's the trick.
You have to. And not let the kids see. You can't let them see.
Although, so I'm in my house, right? And I have 4 kids and a husband. And so we have to hide it from them too because sometimes we'll have a little stash.
Yeah.
And then we come down and we need it
Like,
piece after
oh,
school.
it's gone.
And it's all gone, and I didn't need it.
I
You
didn't
need
know.
it. So you have to hide it from the
We
hubby.
have to put it in things that say staples.
Broccoli. Oh gosh. So Michelle and Wanda and everybody, thank you for watching. We hope It's fun that you caught us live too. Wanda always writes in on my Facebook page. Thank you. We appreciate it. We hope that we've offered some helpful tips.
And if we didn't, then at least you enjoyed our story of our craziest day at preschool probably ever.
Maybe. So that's
Let's
it.
hope that's the last crazy day we have.
The teachers do go to the cupboard. Yes.
Oh, see?
Oh, she said she's from the UK. Kirsten.
Maltesers.
Maltesers. What else? I don't know any of the names of the others.
She doesn't. I just bring it and give it to her and she eats it.
Look at my
Eat this one.
supplier.
This is a good one.
What
Thanks,
other
Mom.
kind of good chocolates are there?
No, you got me on the
Oh,
spot.
no.
I like flakes. But
Flakes.
they don't travel very well. That's the
They
only
don't
thing.
travel well?
No, because they're flakes. They're flaky and they fall apart. So
I don't think I've ever had those. I think it's always Maltesers that you bring me.
minstrels are good. They're easy to snack on. I'll have a list ready for anybody who
She'll
wants
make
to
a
send us
list.
supplies.
We'll PM you our address. A stash on your desk is brave because a stash, see, a stress tin. That's it. That's it. I don't know if I could keep it on my desk though.
No, I don't think you
I'd
could.
eat it too much.
I think your kids
Oh, I know my family would find it. They come down here at night, I think, sometimes to just
would look for our
cruise
chocolate.
around trying to see what I've got set up or what I've got stashed
Now
away.
they're gonna know our secrets to watch this.
All right, so that's it for us today. I am actually doing a workshop. If you're local to the Washington, D.C. metro area, I'm doing a workshop on Saturday about tips and tricks for circle time.
She's probably already started getting the things out
I
that
started pulling
left
stuff out
around
right
the
in.
room for me to find to put away that she'll
Don't put those
also-
away
I
until
won't
after
put them away.
Saturday.
Okay.
I need to put a little note. Yes, I really meant to leave this out for Saturday. Oh, in the cupboard, exactly. See, or in your desk drawer. Don't leave it out on the top. Yeah, those are good suggestions. Thanks. Anyway, if you're a local friend, I would love to see you on Saturday. I'm doing tips and tricks for an effective circle time. And so tomorrow I thought I would share a few of those tips and tricks with you here on Facebook Live. So if you're not local and you'd like to hear a couple of them, I'm going to share a few of those tomorrow. And I think that's it. We'll pop back in every afternoon with some kind of little something.
Something for you.
Something fun. Tomorrow's circle time. And then we'll figure something else out. All right. Have a nice afternoon, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.